early starts coming out for both teams. Actually, screen pushed up here on Banana all the way down. Smoke will go out early from him, and he will be pretty much alone. In fact, he will be alone right now, defending on that B side. But it looks like fnatic actually going to be going over towards the A-bomb site, and already Very Games are tearing them a new one, but Modi's still alive. JW comes up with one as well, but he is now the last man standing, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Scream will finish it off. Very Games take the pistol.
Well, I said that fnatic needs to stop Very Games. I don't think they expected something like that. No matter how much Modi could do then, I think it was the situation was gone before they could blink. It was over in a second. It was, that's normal start, and then it just exploded. And, well, Shox sitting right at the top. They're 2-1 already, and that's no surprise if you know their previous results. He is usually that man right at the top of the scoreboard. And a bit of a three-man peek down mid. They're actually going fairly aggressive. Smiths is looking like he wants to get involved straight away. Down towards second mid we go. Sprays down, picks up 2. Nice, easy play from these guys. They have eliminated every single member of fnatic in one swift move and not lost a single player.
Yeah, not much to really talk about from that one. A very confident strategy from Very Games, pushing down that mid lane with 3 and, well, getting the goods for it as well. fnatic, obviously, without weapons, not really much they could say from that one. This one, though, could be somewhat different now. We can all see that fnatic have decided to buy up a little bit earlier on here in round number 3. Galil's coming out with a couple of AKs as well, but an early grenade from Shox will find the first kill of the round as JW catches that one. It's done a lot of damage here to both Flusher and Modi as well. Not the start that fnatic were looking for with this third round buy. But as things quieten down, where are the options for fnatic? They're up against pretty much a full health Very Games at this stage, which means an early pick is what they need to get things really rolling. The smokes have already been deployed out there by middle, where Smiths, who came up big for them in that last round, is going to be waiting once again with that FAMAS in hand. Flashes going in there, and Smiths having to drop back somewhat from that one. fnatic already making the corner. Smiths has fallen back here towards that library area as the flashes go around as well. That will slow fnatic somewhat more, but Schneider will manage to pick off Smiths, and that's the opening maybe that they're looking for. They are down to 3 men here though, fnatic, and still Very Games have a very strong defense on this A site as MBK from Big Pit will take down 2, and the third one there onto Devil Walk. Brilliant defense coming out again from the Frenchman.
Insane stuff. MBK and Shox combo, they're just absolutely obliterated fnatic on that bit of an early investment as well. That could really put them off kilt now going forward. Back onto the eco, obviously. I am getting the Joe rounds today just because I'm casting with you. It's cruelty at its finest. But poor old fnatic, only Modi breaking 2 kills so far, whereas MBK and Shox firmly at the top of the scoreboard. And they look like they want to just push straight down there, get into the faces of fnatic once again. And they're doing the same on Banana as well. So no rest for the wicked here. Existence finds Modi. Scream, however, backing off a touch, Galil in hand, because fnatic are pushing forward, but Existence just finding them one by one. It's sensational stuff there. They make it look so easy. It's very hard to remember that they're against fnatic. These guys are not, an easy one to come up against either. So it's, hello. But no, you've got to bear in mind that fnatic are such a strong team, but Very Games are just walking over them.
Making it look easy,
impact.
I think, is the right way to talk about this one right now. We see finally the FAMASs have been dropped as they all pick up those M4s. And we'll see fnatic back on the buy this time around, can settle what, I'm not sure we can call nerves really at this point, but certainly stop a very strong Very Games opener. And they've already pushed up here quite deep on that right-hand side up towards the A-bomb site. Modi is the point man at this stage. Not spotting anyone just yet. In fact, both of the defenders on that right-hand side of A are both inside of Big Pit. There we see both Shox and MBK, I believe it is, that's under there with him. And let's see if that push does come around. fnatic, as I said, full buyout this time. You can see there at the top that pretty much the same amount of cash invested in from both sides in this round. fnatic looking to break the role that Very Games have. There are the first shots fired as Smith's going to clip down Flusher to less than half HP as he flashes off the wall. fnatic here, are they going to make that move? Coming in, a lot of flashes going into Pit. There's a couple of smokes on towards a balcony as well, and fnatic have really pinned down these 2 men inside of Pit, and it's allowed them to get around, get that bomb planted, and honestly, it's only Flusher that's really taken damage at this point. But MBK coming up again, picks off Schneider, but Modi will double up. It's now only 2 men left, those 2 two men inside a pit that was so well sealed off from the rest of their team. Can they break out here and get in towards the defuse? The three men from fnatic all on the site itself. Here's MBK once again. He'll spray down Muddy, gets the shot onto flusha. We're down to the 1v1. Devilwalk versus Shox, and Shox comes in there, picks up the kill. He's got the kit. Is he going to have the time? Yes, he is. Bomb going to be defused here. Very Games pick up another.
Oh my god, again, the NBK and Shox combo is so damn strong. I was going to say credit to fnatic for even trying that. They locked them off, they actually got full access to the site, then planted it down, but that retake was stunning. 8-2, 7-1. Those two are shining right now. They are absolutely on point. So now fnatic, well, they've got to go back to the drawing board just a touch there. 5-0 currently in favor to VG. We are seeing them starting as per usual. Bit of a three-man stack, however, towards B this time. MBK coming across. Making his way back, though. So, normal-ish setup there. fnatic this time still playing very cautiously. No real pressure applied from VG just yet. Modi is looking towards A. Bomb's still around mid as well, so they've got their choices. They've got options. 1 minute and 10 left on the board. No need to rush this one. A couple of flashes coming through. VG just playing this one out very carefully as well. They're not going to be walking into the iron sights on fnatic anytime soon. Well, he does look like he wants to start going, though. The smokes are being placed down. JW is edging around that corner towards CT Arch here. Flashes coming through. Will he be able to open up like he did before? He's just caught a glimpse of one by Library. Or I think he did. He might have actually been unaware, so they're pushing straight through CT Arch. They've got a massive bit of foothold into this. JW does take down Smiths. That has opened up so much on the map. Can he follow up, though? Going to be spraying down, exchanging towards that CT spawn. He has taken down Existence, but Shock still stands. He takes two, but Devilwalk quickly gets in there. That's the difference, but MBK still stands. And this is the danger player. This is the man who turned that last round on its head. Can he do it against three members of fnatic now? Does have Scream with him. 2v3. Flashes coming through. Bomb is ticking away. Scream fancy his chances. Gonna be edging forward. Fire coming in from the Library there. JW has found MBK now. Scream left in a 1v3. He's got the first. Spraying down for the second. No connections though. He knows where they are, but fnatic, they're playing it down to the absolute limit. They're not allowing him in here. Running that clock to the end, and fnatic finally get on the board.
Yeah, a tough fight for them though there. I mean, they managed to get in decently. But the problem is there were a lot of men still alive there. And just we've seen it in that last round, that just two men left alive here for Very Games. NBK, who's been commanding from that pit position. Smiths, who himself has had so far an incredible game. Scream, who we saw there, not quite able to be finishing things off. But nonetheless, it's a round for fnatic, and that's what they've been looking for. Break the role that Very Games have got themselves on. But look at this, the aggressive push coming down Banana, but it's backfired. Or has he? MBK's there as well. He picks himself up too. That's going to leave that B site open. The two men now rotating around from A as the flashes and smokes go in there. It's a 2 versus 2. JW, he's pretty low from this one. Shock's actually already working his way in, almost shoots his teammate. Down to a 1v1. Schneider picked off Smiths, and it is now all onto Shox to get in there, get the kill, and get the defuse, but Schneider holds strong, and fnatic pick up their second in a row.
Yeah, JW in the last 2 rounds has been going ridiculously big. He got 4 in the round before, he's got 2 this time around. He is pulling them through this. And that last exchange, it's very rare to see Shox missing shots like that, but fnatic needed that desperately to get themselves back into the zone here. 5-2, they're turning it around, they're building up. They've forced the likes of VG onto an eco, so in theory it should be 5-3. Let's see if fnatic can get this one as cleanly as we saw Very Games dealing with it earlier. So, bit of a banana focus currently, looking towards that B site, just playing it carefully though. 4 men, make it 5 now, all edging towards it. Just going to be taking a little bit of time to get those smokes set up. Make sure they don't allow anyone in too easily, as Schneider is going peeking. There's 2 players just to his right. Smokes are now landing. They are going to start the execution towards that B bomb site. JW's already in there, checking the corners, but Existence finds Modi. Devil comes back in, but this is better. JW and flusha mopping up Very Games as they go. Shox and MBK, the last 2 standing, and flusha could be in trouble soon because they're right behind him. He turns around, gets 1. MBK in a 1v3 now gets put to bed by flusha, who picked up 3 that round. Very well played. Lost 2, but still got the bomb down. Well played by them. Another round on the board.
Yeah, I was going to say they got in there a little bit too easily, but of course it was an eco round for Very Games. So what can we really expect from that one? Strong round again from fnatic, and they're going to look to make this almost a tied game. If they pick this one up, they'll bring it all the way back to 5-4. Smokes down early there in middle to allow Smiths to cross over here on towards that alt middle area, actually backing away all the way back in towards that A site. fnatic, pretty standard start from what we've seen of them so far, and actually seems like it will be a bit of a crawl up that banana walkway here for the start. We can see there, 2 men defense on side of that B site. As the smokes do start to come down, will Very Games be able to hold off better this time around? There comes the push. Scream going to be able to pick off JW as Existence going to back through. Scream already doing more than his job here, picking up 3. Existence will get another one. It's all of a sudden down to just Flusher. 1 versus 4. Scream the only man down for Very Games. Flusher comes through the smoke. Smiths was ready at the tree, and that will be Very Games bouncing right back. 6-3.
Absolutely awesome stuff there coming in. Gotta say, when it's Very Games just showing their strength throughout the map. It's not just, you know, when they push A, it's not just MBK coming in. It's every single member able to perform. I've got to give them credit where it's due. And these guys are looking damn good right now. So let's see if fnatic can do anything. They've brought back up. They're still looking like they want to challenge here. They're not going, you know, out of this one just yet. So 6-3. Modi just wrong with the pistol so far. I'm not sure if he's looking for something a little bit later on in these rounds, but fnatic taking their time. Looking towards the A site. Smokes are being set up, so it seems that they are going for it. CT Arch has got 2 CT players, however. That could cause a bit of trouble, considering Shox is that player there. Now, flashes are coming through. fnatic are starting to make their move forward, and well, as Shox to receive 1, Smith chimes in with a 2nd, and one by one, they are just dismantling fnatic's push. But can they deal with what's just challenging MBK right now? He's going to be flashed in. He can't actually peek out at the moment. So they have got the bomb down towards the site. Smith's found Modi. MBK does come in eventually. Now just Schneider stands, and it's an easy kill there for Smiths as he was on so little health. Defuse comes in. Very Games once again dealing with that A push.
Yeah, such a strong defense there as well. And it was all about that left-hand side of mid once they came out. Getting 2 men at the start of the push. I mean, it brings it obviously then down to that 3v5. The chances of you really getting through after that without coming up very big individually, not going to be good for you. This is going to force fnatic over onto the eco this time around. 7-3 Very Games currently lead. Shouldn't expect too much from fnatic here. We've seen stranger things in the past though, but this is a full-on eco for them. Blocks across the board, and we can see that Very Games know it. They're going aggressive here once again, already with Existence pushing down Banana. He will manage to get the head of Schneider. There's the push out from middle. Smith and Shox once again holding that down between them, and fnatic going to be caught here completely. Modi is the only one left alive. He's managed to sneak through towards that boiler room, but finished off by Smiths, and that will be another round on the board on the eco for Very Games.
Yeah, Very Games, what can you do? They're not going to drop around like that. Even if they are getting aggressive, they can just do it so well. It's like always, you know, within risk management. They'll never go too aggressive, but at the moment, fnatic are finding it very hard to deal with them. So, I believe we are getting into that next round here. We're going to see what fnatic can do. Still focusing down mid. 2 down second mid this time. Last time that didn't go so well, considering Smith's pushed out and found the vast majority of them. But right now, it's Shox exchanging down Banana. He's caught a glimpse and actually a fair bit of damage. He's left on 12 HP. Make it 9 now. He's not landing the shots he needs to. Needs to back off. Because fnatic might have just found a possible way in here. So, Schneider onto MBK. That is the biggest threat from Very Games. Down and out. fnatic have a shot here, but Existence stands tall, takes down Schneider, avenging his fallen teammate, bringing it back all even to a 4v4. But fnatic have their hands around that A side, but Existence still working. He's taken down Devilwalk. Gonna look for the follow-up, not gonna get it. Modi denies, but look at this. Straight in from Smith. Does get one. Taken out by Flusher. Back and forth we go. Flusher still pushing in, but it's only Modi left in a 1v1 now. Scream finally finds out where he is. 52 seconds left. Scream on 29. Modi 19. This is so close, it's unbelievable. Bomb is down. Scream backing away. Let's try and find Modi, but Modi comes around at the best time. Really well played from him. 2 in the bag, and fnatic another round on the board.
Yeah, I think they'd have been hoping for that to be a little bit cleaner after the start that they had, but credit to Very Games for managing to hold on to that one, but fnatic bringing another round back on the board. Sat now at 8-4. See that at the end around some of those kills being picked up across the board. And fnatic here may have another early push on their hands. Two men actually going to be nading early down there from Very Games. Not really what they would have been looking for. flusha, the only one to take any damage from those, and he's not really lost a whole lot of health either. That's two early grenades invested for Very Games. So, where's the push going to come from? Smoke put down in middle. Smith's there with the AWP as Devil Walk comes out before that smoke started to spread. And that's the initial kill that Very Games are now going to look to swarm on top of. Modi, who's traditionally been playing this apartment pusher, will be in a similar position as well. Looks like they're going to come out of middle, though, rather than taking that balcony option this time around. Very Games still holding very strong on that A site with two men. Smith's watching towards that CT archway, so he's in a position to move around very quickly as well. But where will fnatic go? flusha, as you can see, is still waiting up by Banana. The smokes and flashes going up on that side of the map as well. And that will keep Scream and Existence both very heavily focused on that B site. Whereas that's not really the option that they're going for. In fact, Smiths is even going to be rotating around onto that B site himself. So this will actually be just a 3v1 over by B. Meanwhile, the rest of the team are going to be pushing in towards that A site. flusha finally going to be dealt with. Shox and MBK are still waiting here on the A-bomb site as fnatic make their move. Shox is going to be able to get one. JW comes back around for another one, but he's now last man. 1 versus 4 here for JW. And it's not going to be an easy task for him. Bomb is ticking away, but will he be able to stop them actually getting in there for this one? No, he won't. Very Games come back up middle. They're going to get around for an easy defuse, and that will be 9-4, close to hitting that double figures mark now.
Yeah, Very Games truly in their stride right now, and I do want to try and see if we can tune into these guys, see how they're getting on their voice communications via RaidCall. Let's see if we can have a little tune in. I'm not sure if I can hear them there. There we go.
Han hör dem hela vägen. Ja. Han står och pratar tills han får kontakt, sen backar han står samtidigt.
So certainly up to something. I think we can see exactly what they're doing right now, pushing down mid. They are looking like they want to get the push underway right now. Smith's pushing down, peeking out towards second mid there. He's still looking for more. He's going to be under pressure pretty soon. They pushed out a fair way, and fnatic could actually be using this. Scream coming in, finding Modi. Scream follows up on the JW, and oh, it's being absolutely decimated. And Pistols alone are not going to be challenging down Very Games right now. And just flusha stands, he's pinned in. MBK finds him. And well, Very Games not dropping a single eco round against them. They're looking pretty comfortable now.
Yeah, they're the rounds that, you know, they're a given, but you have to be very careful because they're the ones that can really change the flow.
I think they kind of noticed that as
game.
they kind of went, we're down mid. They might be behind us. Let's get back.
Probably not the best. But yeah, obviously the team listening, we've got a team speaking French and a team speaking Swedish. I speak neither of those languages, so it doesn't really help me. I can't translate for you on those ones, I'm sorry. But this time around, fnatic obviously back on the bye. This is the final round of this first half, and they will be really hoping for something this time around. There is Smith. JW actually is going to get a team kill in that one, and Shox, he's managed to get in behind them, picks himself up one along with MBK. JW last man left standing. Shox will nail him to the wall, and that will be an 11-4 halftime score in favor of Very Games from the CT side. 5 rounds needed to win, and we talked about how fnatic needed to stop this Very Games, you know, early game, so to speak. The fact that they have traditionally done well early, then they've gone on to kind of steamroll that game out. It's 11-4 here at the half.
fnatic, they must pick this one up to give them at least a good stepping stone to start getting those rounds back on the board. So standard the 3-2 split there, going down towards B, actually pushing down Banana as well. fnatic are not holding back for a second here. Smiths will fall to Modi, but Smiths did already find JW, so bit of an exchange. 4v4 now. But fnatic's aggressive game style may have been worked out, but they're still sticking with it. Devil Walk pushed down as well, going to drop out that smoke. Now back away, try and get that ground back under their feet, back towards that B site. flusha is peering out towards second mid. They could be in trouble here because Very Games are around second mid at the moment. 3 players present. Devil Walk has rotated towards A now, just leaving 1 by B. And this is going to be a tough one to break for Very Games. Look at flusha right now. He's got 3 players around him. Scream, surely we checking this. He doesn't actually. This could mean trouble. flusha's in the perfect position to make this one really hurt towards Very Games. But look at that. Schneider coming in onto MBK. fnatic have a real chance here. 4v3. They're trying to hunt down flusha as much as possible. But he's escaped their hands. But Moddy's still doing work. Comes in onto Shox. Now just Scream stands in a 1v4. He's got 4 men to fight. He's got a bomb at least to hand. But still 30 seconds to take down this many members of fnatic. It's not looking good. He's going to be backing away, trying to find an easy shot here, maybe open up a way through. For 20 seconds on the board, they know he's going to be going towards the side. Oh, stunning shot to Moddy. That's that big player down from this round who's already picked up 3. Not going to get any more than that. That's what fnatic needed. Finally a way back in here. It's not going to be an easy one, but there's at least a route available.
There is, and if you were watching the player cam down on the left-hand side of the screen there from Very Games' point of view, Shox shaking his head after that one. Things not going to plan there for Very Games. fnatic will be hoping that they've put enough of a spanner in the works to really flip this game on its head. They, of course, now have that weapon advantage and should, in theory, pick up this next one as well. But P250s here coming out for Very Games. Let's see if fnatic can hold them off as those grenades go out. Man spotted at the end of Banana. Not really connecting. MBK was down by a quarter of his health, but that's pretty much it for this stage of the round. Very Games are currently getting themselves more towards that mid area. flusha here was a problem in that last round, just camping himself out in apartments, hard to take down. Sat with the shotgun this time around. Moddy has pushed up down Banana as well, and that'll be 2 kills coming out. Very Games been sandwiched everywhere that they go at this point. Only 3 men left alive. MBK did manage to take out Moddy there. He's left with only 1 HP. Though as Schneider spraying up to the man in apartments that was Scream, did finally finish off there with his pistol. Last man left alive should be finished off, and it is going to be flusha with a shotgun to finish off the round. fnatic win another.
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's going to be that early investment coming out from Very Games as well. It's going to be a little bit hard. It's not exactly the best monetary situation for them, but they've got rounds to play with. I don't think they need to risk anything right now. They can still get back into this very, very easily. 11-6, but fnatic are building. And the way Moddy's playing at the moment, he's certainly a man to be reckoned with. The way he's been holding back Very Games pretty much on his lonesome. flusha, however, has caught a glimpse down mid. Going to back off with that Nova to hand. Just going to let him funnel through. Schneider is there to create that crossfire in case they do decide to go all in. Very Games are still looking towards A as well. So 1 minute with 20 seconds left on the board. It's all about the execution now. Can they do anything with these pistols? By all rights, it's going to be fnatic's round, but BG are dangerous. flusha still playing carefully, playing cautiously. No one's getting overzealous here and getting too committed. Playing safe. Well, there we go. It's paid off. JW has found MBK in those apartments. That might force the hand of Very Games very soon, as there is only 50-odd seconds left on the board. They're going to have to start thinking about where they're going to start pushing, and at the moment, it seems that they are vacating the apartments and might start working towards B. They are working down mid. flusha still holding firm. Moddy already rotating. Devilwalk will be on the site already, so 2v4 here, but still, the way Moddy's been absolutely on point. He certainly can hold them back, but that's not going to help. He's been dinked down to 57 HP. Comes back in, though. Takes down another. Devilwalk chimes in onto Smiths, but Shox breaking through. Now just Devilwalk on this side. He needs the rotate to come through very much right now. Otherwise, he is really in trouble. Just dancing around with Shox. And there we have it. flusha comes in from the back. Well played from the rotating members of fnatic. And they locked down Very Games, and they dealt with the threat then. Every single way possible. They did not allow him in.
Yeah, and that's what they need to continue to do here. But this is going to be the real telltale of how this game is going to pan out now. First round on the bye for Very Games. AKs across the board for them. Let's see if they can break fnatic's run here in the second half. And what are they going to go with? Shox actually going up alt mid. I did see that most of them actually headed towards Banana. Smiths is going to get the better of JW there. JW not able to get that AWP shot down before he's finished off. MBK will drop Moddy as well, who had pushed up quite heavily. That's going to leave this B bomb site open. fnatic starting to rotate, but they're not going to be fast enough to catch the bomb plant, at least for now. We're left with a 5-on-3 here. Make that a 5-on-2. Schneider's just gone down to existence as well, and it looks like fnatic may try and save out from this one. Not sure if they'll be able to get away with things, though. You see there, Shox has already pushed around the back side of them. There is one man in library. He will take down Devilwalk. And flusha here trying to hold on to that M4. But will he be able to? There's the peek out. They know his position. They're going to come swarming in from all sides. One man already inside of that kitchen. In fact, there are two just outside of the door from him. There is a push through from Smith. Very Games pick up their first round on the T side, and they didn't lose a single man in the process.
Insane play, and the way that they took down Modi and JW, it was just instantly gone. There was no chance for them to even stop it, and by the time Very Games were in that B site, you know, Fnatic had barely rotated through. It was pretty darn impressive stuff. So, 12-7. Let's see what Fnatic can do now. Obviously, their little bit of a free run has been put to bed, and they can now reset and maybe challenge on a bit more of an even playing field. Devil Walk pushing up, though. Fairly aggressive stuff. Going to back away as the flashes are coming in pretty much thick and fast from Very Games. Lock down that side as best he can with Modi in tow. Very Games still looking like they want to go. They have just peered around. MBK will fall to the hands of Devilwalks. They have held them off for now, but surely those flashes and smokes will be coming in any second. As we speak, Existence found Devilwalk. It's just Modi on this site right now. He's spraying down. He did get a good connection towards Smiths, but it's not enough as shots come through. Finds Schneider. Flusher on the rotate. Can't manage it. Scream takes him down. Modi takes one, but it's still not enough. 1v3. JW has a chance here, though. HP on Smiths is minimal. Scream is damaged, but Shox is that massive threat who's gone down. 1v2 now. Clock against him. He's got to find these two Frenchmen and take them out of here. Scream down by Banana. Smiths tucked in towards the site. He knows that they're not going to make this one easy for him. He's edging in closer and closer. That clock is against him now. Smiths steps away. If he does not check to his left, he could be in trouble. Smiths coming round. JW takes him down. It's a 1v1. Clock against him, however. He's got to make it happen and make it happen right now. The clock is almost too far. He has not managed to take down Scream in enough time. But still, bomb will go off. Very Games pick up another one. And Fnatic just could not make it happen in time.
Yeah, that's decisive for them now as well. Very Games here going to force Fnatic to eco things out. That should put them up to 14, which means that Fnatic going to have to win every single round after that to win this game without the help of an overtime. So, let's see what they got up their sleeves for this one. As you can see, full on eco for them. Not going to waste any money on picking up flashes and what have you. That probably not going to make that much of an impact on the round in general anyway. Where are Very Games going to be going? Looks like a spread here around middle. Possible A site to be hit. MBK playing the point man here in that mid area. There's one man up in the apartment. So Schneider, he was finished off pretty easily once Very Games got a hold of his position. There is the peek again from MBK. Not actually spotting anyone. There's two men to his left. JW camping off towards his right as well. He's now going to have a second man join in here. Fnatic staying very much in, and JW does peek out. He goes down. That's going to be a mop up from MBK there in that mid right and left side. 3 kills for him on that one, and now only Devil Walk remains with a P2000 against 5 men who have all pretty much got full HP. Chances are not very high here. Did manage to do a little bit of damage there. I say a little bit, quite a lot of damage to MBK, but as I said, chances not looking good for him at this point. He's going to be stuck inside the library, finished off in the end by Scream, and that was a round that we expected to go Very Games' way, and did in the end. 14-7, 2 rounds away from their first victory.
Yeah, indeed. They are on the verge of picking this one up, but maybe Fnatic can now dig deep. They do have the likes of Modi still alive and kicking, and if he can get his head in the right place maybe and stop Very Games, who knows what can happen. They're still more than capable here, but 3-2 split coming out from Very Games. 2 actually still focused down towards Banana, but the rest of them focusing down mid. Scream looking like he wants to go pretty much instantly. Nade will come through, does hold him down. Flusher comes in onto Scream. That's the opening kill going to Fnatic. That is a bit of a change-up. Usually, it's VG smashing down the opponent, but here we go. Smith gets denied as well. Flusher on his second now. He's down at about 13 HP, not ideal, but holding back Very Games is exactly what they need to be doing. Flusher is backing away, however. Doesn't want to outstay his welcome here. Play it carefully from the arch. Schneider coming on to MBK. Now just Existence and Shock stand. They have their firm grip over this round, and I've got to say it, Fnatic should have this one, but Existence still trying to find a way through. 55 seconds left. He's smoking that off, allowing Shox a little bit of room to breathe, but Existence is being challenged by Schneider as well. That's his second. Now just Shox left. He's down and out by Devil Walk. And Fnatic showing they can do just the same back to Very Games, keeping every single member alive then.
Yeah, not losing a single man there. That's really, really impressive from Fnatic again. getting those early kills, really stopping Very Games from executing that strategy that they were looking for. Let's see if they can do that again. I mean, not just again, but again and again. They need to be consistent now at this point. Can't afford to lose any more of this. There we go. Firebomb down middle. As JW already pushed right up there. Modi actually going to get behind those concrete bags and actually will pick himself up the first kill of the round. Schneider gets another one. Devil Walk in there as well. And all of a sudden, Very Games find themselves down to just 2 men. Schneider through the smoke onto existence. Shock's last man standing does get 2 back of his own, but it's still a 1 versus 2, and the bomb is down in Banana. fnatic gonna try and have this one on lockdown. They've got 2 men watching over that. The smoke's already stopping Shocks. He's gonna have to wait a little bit more time before he can get involved down there, and we can see that fnatic have both angles covered on the possible entry here from Shocks. He's stood inside of mid. And honestly, as I said, options completely limited for him. It's going to be a case of going for it, hoping for his best, as he is going to peek out here. Modi going to be waiting, though. And that will be another one for fnatic. Coming slowly, but surely, dare I say, towards a tie.
Gotta say it as well, that play was damn gutsy to kind of pincer them in. Down Banana was absolutely beautifully executed as well. But they've got to do it, as you said, time and time again. It's not just that one-off round they need to get back in. They're still fairly far away from Very Games. They're sitting on 14 rounds. fnatic only 9. But at the moment, they're going for a 3-man stack down towards to stop this right in its tracks. Takes out Devil Walk. This is not looking good. Flusher, though, holding them in place. MBK's down. Smiths is down. Modi finds a 3rd. And this is fnatic getting back into the game, finally. As beautiful play from Schneider will pick up Shocks, leaving just existence in a 1v4. And well, we saw it was a bit of a tough pickle before in a 1v2. He's now going to have to go bigger than the last round if he imagines this is going to work out. I don't think he's even going to go for this one. Surely not. Just going to find a way through. I think they're having a little bit of a chat, as you can see down in the bottom left of your screen. They're just having a little bit of a talk through things, because maybe fnatic have started to work out what's happening. Maybe starting to get that counter underway. And Existence still looking for possibly a couple of kills here, but that bomb is nowhere near him. It's got at least 3 members, I believe, stacked towards it. There's no way through. Absolutely no way. Unless he can do something magical. But with 38 seconds, he's just going to go for it right now. You can see the setup there is fnatic locking that one down. You can see their eyes are trained on the peak, on the bomb, and Existence is in a world of trouble now. 1v3 in just this section. He does manage to find Modi, however, but there we have it. JW will kick into gear and get fnatic actually at the heels of Very Games now.
Yeah, up into double figures now at 14-10, and that round again looked a little bit dodgy from Very Games. I mean, that looked like a team that have been knocked off their momentum.
Yes.
They almost just ran in there and were slaughtered. That's how that one looked for them. This time they're going to be on the eco, which probably might not look quite so different to that last round come the end of it, but we'll have to see about that one. Again, early grenades have been thrown down Banana, and Flusher with that peek at middle has just seen that a bunch of fnatic players were, that Very Games players were running up there. Schneider does manage to get himself the first one. They've been quite open about getting these peaks early on from that balcony area down towards alt mid, and that will give them that opening kill of the round. A couple of men from Very Games taking damage aside from that as well. So not even a full HP 4-man team that is left standing here. Same can't be said on the other side though. fnatic not lost a single point of health at this point of the round. Very Games are going to be coming to the A-bomb site. fnatic has sat there with 2 men inside of Big Pit alone. This is going to be a very, very tough entry for them with just those pistols at hand. There is a peek from Flusher as he gets himself the 1. The second comes in. 3rd one comes down as well. Smith has picked off Schneider, and there is JW over the other side. Smith did get the 1, as we said, but not enough. 14-11. fnatic just 3 away from tying us up now.
Yeah, this is the closest fnatic have ever been on this map to Very Games. They've never made it this far, but, well, with Flusher on point, with JW on point, they're doing the work. And as we said, Modi can be that key player, but when he can get the rest of his team really pumped up, and this, as we can see, is just fnatic being dangerous right now. So let's see what Very Games have in tow, though, because they do have the AKs. They're fully bought up now. They are looking dangerous once again. Well, 1 round away from match point. They're certainly on the verge of it. Taking their time, though. They're not rushing this one. Considering how the last couple of rounds went when they focused down B, you can kind of tell as to why. looking for that opening pick. Not going to be happening easy, however. Modi dropping down that smoke. Just giving a nice grey background if any Very Games players decide to walk through, but no commitment yet. VG playing this one down. 1 minute left on the board here. Smith's the only player to receive any form of damage so far, down to around 61 HP. It's not the end of the world. But big stack from the CT side towards the A side. They're fairly sure that Very Games will be hitting it, just leaving Modi by B. And, well, the way Very Games are edging towards it, they seem to be guessing this one correctly. Flusher tucked in, Devil Walk creating the crossfire from CT Arch. If they decide to push here, they could be in trouble. I believe Flusher just caught a glimpse of one. Look at that, Schneider still staying back. But here comes the counter push. They're going to go towards B. And now, well, fnatic need to get moving because only Modi was present on this night. Schneider has found Shocks. That was the last player by A. Very Games creating the chance here to get in towards the side. Modi has to hold them back. He's taken down one. Needs to make it two. Doesn't happen. MBK denies, but Devil Walk is there immediately. Existence find Flusher. This is not going well for fnatic. 3v3 now, and the bomb is down. And they need to get this side back in their hands, and damn quickly. Smoke down. Not really allowing Devil Walk an easy way towards this site. Spamming through as best as possible. See Existence tucked down already towards Banana. MBK's waiting for that push from JW. And, well, it's gonna be Smith to fall first. MBK comes back in. Schneider in a 1v1 now with MBK, and MBK's done it. He comes up big exactly when it matters. And, well, I feel so much for fnatic then. They had that round in the bag if they'd gone towards A. But Very Games, when we can smell something's up here, let's hit up that B side.
And the great ending to that one as well was MBK's positioning, you know. They managed to pick off the other two guys. MBK gets one. This is while he's got, like, less than 10 HP the entire time there. So, fantastic individual performance. That's what needs to step up as Flusher going to peek out on mid here. Swaps that AWP straight away off from that first pick. And that's the beauty of having players who can consistently hit shots with the AWP is that whoever gets the best spawn takes the open peaks middle. Great execution there from fnatic. Gets them the first pick of the round. We'll see if they can get the next 4 here and stay hopes alive in this game. Very Games, of course, are sat on game point right now at 15-11. The AWP handed back off to JW, who's going to be watching middle. Very Games, they're actually pushing towards that area at this stage. Got a bit of a spread coming out in the end. Not sure what happened there. Backing off a little bit. Had a bit of a moment. As Existence does back off as well. So, it looks like the challenge is going to be hard here, but Smith is going to come out of the apartments, gets himself one. But JW, as I said, the AWP still in play. He's going to step. No, he decides against stepping through the smoke there. Would have left him really much out in the open. Schneider, he's going to be smoked out of position as well. And Very Games looking to get the bomb down without anyone really being able to see where they're coming from. Schneider is going to finally peek through. Gets himself two. Man in big pit is down. It's now Shocks and Existence. The bomb ticking away, but can they hold on to it here? Existence spots one. Devil Walk will go down, but JW is still alive! And there is a finisher in the end. The bomb, I told a lie, wasn't actually down in the end. It was Modi that finishes off the kill. fnatic still hold on here at 15-12.
Just about, my word. Those smokes from Very Games literally pinpointed every player and almost took the likes of Schneider out of the game, who was so pivotal in that round. Beautifully played there. Very Games, however, could not get that final bit of execution they wanted. Flusher is going really aggressive. Takes down that chicken. It was getting in its way, but we are seeing a bit of an eco coming out from Very Games, so if fnatic play it like usual, it will be 15-13, and they're doing just that. Flusher's found MBK already. And Very Games looking towards the B site with a couple of players, but the likes of Modi and JW there, I wouldn't fancy my chances, but hell, I'm certainly not Very Games. So, JW spamming through. It's in the right place. Just about missing that one through the smoke, but comes back in with a pistol, takes down Smiths, backs away, follows up with Shocks, and this is pretty much your one-on-one of how to AWP down towards Banana, as the last man will fall to Modi, and fnatic getting pretty darn close.
Getting very close, 15-13. That one was, of course, the eco. What are Very Games going to actually do this time around? They are going to be buying up, so this is the chance for them here. This is the chance to win that game. They're going to be gambling everything on this one. They lose this one, though. It could be very, very bad news for them. What are fnatic going to do? It looks like Flusher thinking about having a bit of a peek there down mid. In the end decides, let's smoke it up. fnatic, I could say though, very aggressive positioning here right from the very get-go. One man peeking down alt mid. We can see that JW here waiting, misses the shot though, up close and personal. You see how fast he's retreated from that one. Not wanting to get involved, not able to get involved obviously after missing that first shot. He backs away and fnatic stay pretty safe despite that happening to them in their defensive positions. Very game still very much spread between Banana at mid and alt mid at this stage. The 1 minute mark ticks away. One more round for them will secure their spot in the next round, if we can call it that, even in the group stage. Obviously need 2 wins from the group stage to go through. There is JW, got a peek of MBK, and that's all you need to give him. As fnatic pick up the first kill. 4 man left here. Can they get around? Grenade comes out. Flusher will have men to deal with there. Smith's actually picking off JW in the end, but Schneider could be the danger man once again. Inside of that big pit, the smoke's coming in on towards the truck. Bomb, are they going to go for the plant here? Actually, Shox has worked his way all the way into that CT spawn at this point of things, trying to cut off any rotation. Smith takes down Schneider as well. 2 men left. Shox has managed to pick off Devil Walk. He was trying to rotate. There is Existence taking down Flusher, and it's now all on Moddy. Where is Moddy? He's waiting for that B bomb site plant. The bomb is actually down over by A, and they're waiting to figure out where they are. Moddy's going to pick up the kill. The time runs out on Very Game. Shox will finish off Moddy in the end, but it doesn't matter. It's 15-14. It all comes down to this final round.
Dear God, Shox's positioning then could have literally taken that away from fnatic, but Moddy running that time down, playing it perfectly, and fnatic have it all to do now. Every little bit of effort that he just put in comes down to this moment. 3-man stack down Banana as well. This is insane play. If they're going all in right now, this could catch out Very Games if they aren't staying absolutely on point. So Flusher was the man to come across. He's going to be edging back towards A. We are seeing a bit of a focus towards the A site from Very Games as well, so correct read, and you can see the buy is not ideal from Very Games. We've got a Galil in the mix, a pistol up in there. It's really not what they want to be running with, but still, if any team can do it, Very Games certainly can. Smokes are being lined up towards that A site. This could be almost go time to define who's going to be walking away with this one. Very Games are setting up for this. Smokes are just beginning to land now. The focus will be through, I believe it's the apartments, and MBK's got the first. JW down. They're taking the time, but Flush is there, finding MBK. It's 4v4 now. It's all even. And look at Schneider still laying in wait. He's been so key in that position so far. Can he do it again? At the moment, Very Games have got the ground, but they're just not finding the players. And with 35 seconds left, they've got to make it count pretty darn soon, because fnatic are getting ready for this one. But Existence finds Moddy on the rotate. 3v3 now. It's going to go all the way this round. Smith finally commits towards this site. Bomb is in his hands. Going to be switching up the ult for the Galil. Looking for a way through. 20 seconds left on the board. Schneider finds Smith. This could be going to overtime. He's got the second. He's got one more to find. And in some damn good style, picks up Shox and secures fnatic another chance.
What a comeback there from fnatic. I mean, that last round, the 15-13 round itself, I mean, we're looking at that one where Moddy's hiding in the back of the B-bomb site, holding on for dear life. They managed to pull that one through. They deserved every last chance that they get here from this one. Very Games, I said it when they lost that round, and I noted Shox's reaction in the player cam. He was shaking his head. Yep. They didn't look good whatsoever, and that was around just before they actually literally just ran through smoke up middle and lost 3 men before they'd been able to do anything with themselves. So they were definitely on tilt in that one. They've got to pick things up. The teams, as you can see, have stood up. They get to have a bit of a chat now before we start in the overtime, which, by the way, will be max rounds 5, 16,000 start money.
What an incredible game. I cannot believe it. Very Games really were knocked off kilt then. Even you could see it on their faces, you could see it in the gameplay alone that fnatic just dominated the pace then. They were so brave in the way they played, especially on the CT side, being aggressive down Banana, pushing down mid. The shots coming out from the likes of JW was incredible, but the brave fact of actually doing it was just stunning, stunning stuff. But Very Games certainly need to have a talk right now. They've lost that little bit of cohesion that normally carries them through in this one. And in that second half, they were a bit of a shadow of their former selves. It's
going to be sticking on the sides that they finished off that last half with. As I said, max rounds 5, First team to 6 wins. Start money 16,000. Let's get this one back underway then. We can see already moving off into positions from this one. Very Games. What are they going to go for? fnatic, we can see there on the map overview again. 3-man push down Banana. They're going to pay the price this time, though. MBK and Smith's coming up big. Can they find the third man? It's Modi, who did so well last time around. This time, though, gets himself one. Then he's shut down. It's now Schneider and JW to hold on to this first overtime round for fnatic. They've got to rotate. The smokes are already in position. They're up against 4 men from Very Games still left alive. And a chicken at the back of the bomb site as well. Should always factor the chickens into things. Bomb is ticking away. Are they going to be able to push through? No. They're backing off. They're going to try and save them.
My word. Very Games losing 1 member, bomb down, just decimating anyone at B. That was beautiful play. I'm a little bit surprised fnatic went for the same start that they were running with at the end of the last setup here.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a mistake on their behalf. Not sure. Maybe testing the waters, but still. fnatic, you got to bring something a little bit different out right now because Very Games, they're looking pretty hungry.
Schneider there probably should have done better onto Shox at the end of that round. JW did kill him in the end though, but that's the first blow, if we like, of overtime. Very Games up to 16. Nice start for them here.
Yeah, it's what they needed. If you are a Very Games fan, getting that little bit of confidence back beside you is exactly what you need. This time, no 3-man stack down by B. What a surprise for fnatic. Going back to a more normal start for these guys. And let's see if they can deal with what Very Games has to show this time around. Bit of an aggressive start here, not holding back at all. JW's put under pressure, and well, he stepped up and again takes out MBK, takes out Smiths, and gives the early advantage to fnatic. Schneider comes in with the third. That shocks down not just Existence and Scream Stand in a 2v5. Modi already on the rotate. fnatic want to get this one in the bag nice and quickly. Finished out beautifully by Modi there, and bring it back all even.
Yeah, Modi only lost half health as well from getting those 2 guys. And he didn't even go for the one that was facing him first. So, great stuff. That'll be 1-1 in the overtime. 16-16 overall. And we can see at the top of the screen it says OT1. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever the way this one's going.
Nope.
To see a 2 or a 3 appearing in there a little bit later on. But let's see how this one goes. Again, early nades coming out. fnatic again deciding that 3-man stack that we had on Banana, they kind of figured that one out there. They had instead JW there with the AWP. MBK takes him down. Modi now, he's going to pick out aggressively, but MBK will take him out as well. MBK down to just 11 health, but he's done his job, done more than his job even. Picking off the first 2 men of fnatic. Smokes coming in. The push is still on Banana currently for Very Games. That still looks to be the target. I say that as Existence running the bomb back and forth, looking a little bit more undecided than I was when I made that comment. But either way, there are only 3 men left for fnatic. They know that wherever they go, there's probably the likelihood that there's max 2 men on that right now. There's a firebomb down from Devilwalk. And I see more nades and flashes coming over to the side. Devilwalk gonna be the big man here, but he's finished off there. We see Flusher on top of the cable spool. He goes down. Scream finishes him off, and now it's all on Schneider. 1 versus 4. Bomb planted and ticking away. He knows that exit kills are the best he can really hope for in this scenario. It's going to be another round. Switching back over again to Very Games.
And this, in my eyes, is the trouble. fnatic had such a strong CT half. They built on that half. If they're not going to get it, they get locked out on the next half. They're out of this. They've got to get building up here. And with the likes of MBK really hammering them down at the start by just opening up that B site by himself, it's not a good position to be in. Schneider, however, will stay alive, I do believe. No members of Very Games anywhere near. Going to keep hold of that M4 and look towards the next round. But currently, Very Games looking like they're ready for this one. Clearly, that team talk has done wonders for them. JW still at the top, though, for fnatic. Smiths at the very tip-top with MBK for Very Games. So every single player really stepping up here. I don't think we can say anyone isn't performing. We're not seeing a 3-man stack coming out from fnatic. Maybe going to be revisiting that aggressive start that they seem to like to run with every now and then. This time, though, Flusher flashing down from the site. Devilwalk and Modi are the players to be focusing it down, but it's JW and Schneider who probably going to be on the receiving end. Ooh, and JW's caught a glimpse there. That should be ringing alarm bells for the rest of fnatic. Shox has found Schneider. It's just a JW holding down the A site now. Can he lock this one down alone? Oh, he's missed a shot. That's a bit of a rarity, but follows up nicely, taking down MBK. But Modi getting aggressive down Banana. He knows that they could be in trouble now, but still, 4v4. Let's calm it down. With 1 minute and 5 left on the board, there's a lot of time to be played with here. Flusher, Devil Walk, both rotating over towards that CT arch, but JW is now going to be in trouble. Very Games fancying the chances out of the apartments, leaping down. It's Scream first of all. 50 seconds left. Smoke will follow. JW still tucked in, waiting for his chance. Couple of shots coming through. Oh, that Molotov's going to hold them down in place for a little bit longer, working that clock away. A little bit of spam through the smoke as well. Very Games not getting that final bit of execution they wanted. Certainly not easily, at least. And JW still alive and kicking is going to make it harder. Taking down Existence. Devil Walk onto Shocks, and there's the shot he was waiting on. Sensational little pixel shot there. And well, Very Games, you're not going to pull that one against Fnatic again.
And that's the thing with that round. JW going aggressive to have a peek down alt mid first of all. Misses the shot. And that's not the start that you're looking for. What should be, for these guys, I'd say, the shot that you almost eat for breakfast. Missed it this time around, but my God, did he make up for it there at the end. Doing so incredibly well to hold on to that A-bomb site until the rest of his team were able to rotate around. In the end, didn't really need them for the help. He managed to finish off on his own. And there is the opener once again. He picks off Smiths, and the flashes will stop him from taking any damage whatsoever. That kind of trade just can't happen for you when the AWP shows himself on Banana and you get the opportunity. You've got to deal with him as the shot's coming out from Schneider. He's done a lot of damage, couldn't quite finish off. The pistol will do the work. Has to back away here quickly from Scream, and well, the grenade not quite doing damage, but certainly baited him into running towards that one. And already, Very Games down to just 3 men against almost full HP 5-man Fnatic, who looking to win a second round in a row. And again, just look at that player cam down in the bottom left. Shocks not looking like a happy man right now. Flashes coming in towards middle. Very Games, they've got one man over at A. JW is going to make short work of him. The Molotov burning under MBK's feet. They're going to try and make that push on towards the B site. It's the only option open to them now with just 34 seconds to go. Spray coming in towards them. Existence will get Devil Walk. Another Molotov comes around. Modi actually waiting. There is a Molotov finishing off Flusher. It will be Modi to finish off the round. Fnatic win 2 in a row, 18-17.
That is what they needed. But it was a little bit shaky at the start, don't get me wrong, but JW just dragged them back into that one. Just stunning AWP play coming out from that man. Every single member of that team is stepping up within their own right. But would you say that's the ideal half they wanted? 3-2, basically? Or do you think they might want a little bit of a more kind of strong half there, considering how good VG are on that CT side? Yeah, I mean, 3-2 obviously doesn't get closer. Genius Joe. But 4-1 is very hard to pull off anyway. Because of the high pressure situation, we saw that Very Games called that Fnatic 3-man push down Banana earlier on. And that's what won them that first round. That's what really got them. That Fnatic switched away from it. They got success for a round after that, but again, Very Games able to adapt to it. Now, the question is whether Very Games' setup is going to be any different, and whether Fnatic are counting on them to change anything here on this CT side in the overtime. Fnatic need 3 rounds for the win. Very Games need 4. So strong half going to come out whichever way you look at it to win this overtime. Number 1. As the nades coming down there. Devil Walk already catching one. He's down to just 64 HP with 20 seconds of the round gone. Good start here for Very Games. Let's see if they can keep things going from that front. Smith, again, is going to be watching off towards mid-shocks. This time around defending quite far forward on the apartments. Chicken keeping watch for him. As the rest of the team starting to back away a little bit. Yeah, that's because the bomb, someone left it in T-Spot, and you can see Devil Walk just having to go back for that one. And I'll bring that one up. Fnatic can start to make their plans. You see the smokes down the end of Banana and also in mid as well. JW actually going through the flashes here, but as he's partially blind, Smiths comes around the corner a little bit late after the flash from my liking. It started to get his vision back, but makes it work either way. There is Scream and Devil Walk exchanging. Existence now going to have to be the big man here, sat on the back of the site. One man's jumped past him. They've not seen Existence position. That smoke is still down, and the bomb is actually on the steps of that B bomb site here.
They need to get across to it. Modi is going to finally finish off Existence, but he got Flusher already. Modi now the last man. He's got 11 HP. Is he going to be able to peek out there, get that bomb picked up, and then get himself onto the side? He didn't quite know where he was, I think, there on the ground. He's going to look to plant on the corner of the box. 8 seconds to go. Here comes a peek around. MBK gets the finisher. Very Games win the first round of the half on the CT side, and we are tied up once again.
Wow, Very Games coming right out then, literally pushing down mid as soon as they assumed that fnatic were on banana. There was no second thought there, just went straight down right behind them, pincered them in, and just once again, lovely execution from VG there. But fnatic not quite having enough to pull that one off. But let's see what they have in store this round. Existence and Scream getting, fairly aggressive down banana. Flash and nades will come out. Flasher on the receiving end of one of those. But the push is beginning, and MBK is the one to be receiving it. He does take down Modi, but Schneider eventually avenges. Shock's coming back in onto Schneider, so a bit of an exchange. Vastly, though, in favour to Very Games, left in a 4v3 situation here. Let's see what those three remaining players of fnatic can do. They are still looking towards that B site. 2 players there, being joined eventually by JW, I can imagine, as Existence and Scream will be locking this one down. Smoke being placed down by Scream. Be careful, they have actually rotated one player away, and this is the opening. Devilwalk actually taking down Scream, but Existence watching that cross, takes out Devilwalk. Smoke comes in finally to at least block some of that vision on the cross, and now he's going to have to adapt through. But the bomb has gone down. Flusher pushed forward, got met by Smith, and now just JW left in a 1v3. Up to hand though, bomb to the... Oh, he just missed the shot that he wanted then, and goes in back in for seconds, not going to get it. Existence locks it down, and Very Games finally take the advantage.
Yeah, again, strong retake from Very Games after losing the first couple of men, and they've proven time and time again that they are very adept at pulling that one off. That puts them into the lead. 4-3 in the overtime, 19-18 overall. But still, 2 more rounds needed to pick up the victory from this one. Let's see what fnatic decide to do this time around. Again, Smoke's coming towards the end of middle, and again 2 men from Very Games going up in towards the apartments for an early peak. fnatic though look like they're edging their way for a B site push. Currently 2 men defending that one. That'll be Existence and Scream. Existence is going to be the first man to peek around. Takes a bit of a chunk to his health, and then gets finished off by Devilwalk, who will double up. That bomb site now completely open here for fnatic. Bomb going to get planted in just a second, as Smith has dealt with Modi. So we've got a 4-on-3 advantage to fnatic, and the time ticking away against Very Games. Those flashes going to slow them down even further. The Smoke going to make it a risk to pass through, and it's going to be Shocks coming around the back. JW dispatches of him with the AWP. MBK goes down, and just look at that vision. Look at that crossfire setup here from fnatic. Chances not very high here for Smiths to come in. They know his final position here down on banana. They're going to hunt him down. It's JW to finish off in the end with that Glock. fnatic ties up again at 19 all.
I feel as though this is going into another overtime. I can't say enough.
We did plan 8 games today. We might only have 1.
Yeah, it might go all the way. I'm sorry, guys. You guys missed Joe, so we thought we'd bring him back for as many overtimes as possible. But yeah, currently all tied up. And I've got to say, fnatic then, Devilwalk deserves a pat on the back for that opening 2 kills towards that B side. Beautiful stuff. The Smokes have been put down. MBK's going stupidly aggressive, met by Schneider immediately. He is down. Existence now picking up the mantle, trying to lock down banana, but those nades are raining in. And fnatic do have the opening advantage until Shocks just did that, found Modi. So 4v4. A little bit more tentative now from fnatic. Not going to be so aggressive this time around. Going to be playing a little bit more carefully down the bottom of the mid, but look at Shocks. He is going walkabouts right now, and he's in a perfect position. He just walked away from it, but he could still come behind a good chunk of the opposition. Devilwalk is in so much trouble right now. Shocks is steps away, but does he know it? He's just caught a glimpse. He saw a pixel move, and he's behind every single member. He spots them all. He gets down 1, he gets down 2, but he's not going to get any more. He's going to back away, call it out to his teammates, play it perfectly, but finally gets taken down by Devilwalk, who's left on 1 HP. Left in a 2v3 now. fnatic are not looking good. They've got a lot of work to do in only 38 seconds to do it. Devilwalk could probably be taken down by a bit of a strong breeze more than anything. And Scream will be waiting on that B site now. 2 players approaching. Devilwalk and Flusher steps away. They've got to get moving. Look at that clock. It is not stopping for anyone. 22 seconds. Scream just waiting this one out now. Devilwalk is edging in. He'll be the first into the crossfire if anyone is. 12 seconds left. The push has to begin right now. Scream has been pinned in at least. And it does seem like Fnatic are going to be trying to make their move left, right, and center. But there they are. Very Games pick up the round. Existence and Scream eventually creating the crossfire they needed. And 20-19 here.
Yeah, Shox was the big man there. Managing to get himself down alt middle. Gets himself underneath and in behind them. Yes, he only got 2, but he also almost killed Devilwalk,
yeah,
left him on 1 HP by the end of it, which is basically a dead man as well by the end of things. Solid round coming out from him. Very Games can win the match right here, or we could be going into overtime number 2, which it now says overtime 0 there at the top. I don't know, whatever. It will be a second overtime if Fnatic manage to pick up this round. But will they be able to manage to? They spread start to this round once again. Flusher already worked his way up towards the end of Banana. Smoke's covering his position. Flashers will keep those 2 men locked into that B site as well. Let's take the only damage of the round so far down to 79. Flusher's lost 3 as well, but I'm not going to count that one just yet. It looks like Fnatic going to be going on towards that A site. They push through middle. Actually, it's been left completely open here, this left-hand side by Very Games. There's a man at CT Archway, but he's actually going to be smoked out of the equation at this point. MBK, he's still waiting. Smiths finally comes through that arch and will catch JW unawares. MBK is still in big pit. Devilwalk had jumped over. He was finished off by Shox, and now only 1 man left alive. Flusher is all it is. It's Smiths that finishes off. Very Games finally pick up